Hello, hello everybody. How's everyone doing today? It's me, Angie, coming on to do a fun project with you guys. I did a prototype here and I thought you guys might enjoy making one. I thought it would be a great gift idea. Just a little something to show your appreciation to maybe a special friend, a fellow crafter, maybe, I don't know, put it in an addition to a junk journal that you might be making for someone or gifting to someone, just extra little something. It's just a small little, well, it's 8 by 6 opened up. So what is that? 4 by 6.5. But I just have it closed with a little clamps clip there. But I thought it'd just be cute for as a little gift. So anyway, what it is, it's just a little small little folio. When you open it up, it just holds some cute little ephemera. Got a little pocket here on this side, and I got some goodies. And then it's got, I don't know how familiar people are with, back in the day I used to make, I don't make them so much anymore, books, photo album books. Kind of like the way we do junk journals now, but then it was more like a photo album book. But they had this style that I frequently used, which was called like a waterfall. And I got to thinking, and what you do is you have a waterfall, and every flip that you flip up, there's another matted area for your photos. So I was like, why can't we incorporate that into one of our journals and our little folios to hold ephemera? So I thought I'd give it a try, and this is what I came up with. So on this side, you just have a good sized little pocket to put some larger pieces in. And I left this blank, which we can decorate this. But then when you flip it up, you've got a pretty little element there, and then you've got a cute little pocket right here to tuck in some goodies. Then you flip that up. Oh, now see, this one might be a little big. So I guess we gotta make that one a little smaller. But then you flip that up, and you've got another pocket. Again, you've got something pretty to look at there, so I decorated that top piece. Then you flip it up, and you've got some more ephemera there. I'm gonna take this bigger one out. Okay, then when you flip that up, you've got four, so you got 4 elements here with pretty little pages, and then I got just a little smaller pocket tucked there. And I don't know if this would fit or not. Let's see. No, it's too big. So it's more for smaller pieces, but it's still just as cute, and I thought it would just be lovely, lovely as a nice little token of affection or a thank you gift of something of that sort. Okay, so that's how it looks. Very slender, good size, good weight, not too heavy, but nice sturdy piece of product. So let's get started. Enough talk. I've got my elements cut out for the construction of this project, and I have written them down so I don't forget. So get your pens out if you want to write these measurements down, so you won't have to be pausing and stopping and starting as much if you want to try and make this. The actual folio opened up is 8 by 6.5. Folded to this, to the size, to this folio form, it's 4 by 6.5. So what you're gonna need like a lightweight piece of chipboard. I just used, if you don't have chipboard, use like packaging. I just used a piece of cereal box here, and that is cut to 8 by 6.5. Okay, you will need the outer piece of paper to cover that, and that's going to be 9 by 7.5, so just an inch larger. Okay, so for the inside piece, to line it, we're going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around. So that piece is going to be 7.5 by 6. And then we need 4 pockets, flip outs. So we're going to need 4 pieces cut to 3.5 by 8 I'm sorry. Let me start over. Let me get a sip of water. I'm sorry. Our 4 flips are going to be 3.5 by 3 1/8. Okay, and then we're going to give those a little score at 1/4 of an inch to be able to flip those. Okay, and then we're going to need, oops, spilled my water. Then we're going to need the little pockets, the actual little pockets. I don't think of these little pieces here. Those are going to be 1 1/4 in height by 3 1/8. Okay, and then we still got to do the little 2 miniature pockets. Okay, so those are the main pieces. So let's get started. And I am just going to eyeball that. So we've got about a 1/2 inch all the way around. Okay, because we did 1 inch larger. So that gives a 1/2 inch border to work with all the way around. And I'm just going to use glue stick on this. And I'm going to also put some down on here just to make sure we get a good adhesion. And we're just going to try and eyeball that the best we can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try and get, you know, good little 1/2 inch all the way around. And we're going to give it a good press. Close this up for a moment. And I'm going to use my spatula to assist me with that. Okay. Once we think we've got it good and stuck down, then we're just going to come and we're just going to give it a little fold over, just like that. And then you're going to use your bone folder to assist you and give those folds a nice, good crease, okay? And we're just going to fold those over. And excuse me if I'm moving fast. I only have 30 minutes on my videos before my thing cuts off, so I need to work kind of quickly. And I do want to get this completed with you guys, okay? All right, I'm going to give that a fold. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to miter our corners because I don't like it real bulky in the corners. So I do like to miter my corners. And all that is it could just go straight across, but I kind of just do like a little curve, like a portion of a circle there. And go right up close to the corner, but don't butt it right up against it. There we go. Okay, then we're going to put that down. And again, use the adhesive of your choice, whatever you choose, whatever is your favorite. And just for like paper, for not very heavyweight paper, I usually just use a glue stick. When it's something more sturdy that requires, you know, something better, I will change my adhesive to something else. But just for paper, glue stick is fine. The main thing with using a glue stick is you just want to really, excuse me, give it a good rub and make sure it's down right away. Once it's got a good seal, you're pretty good. Okay. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. Okay. Then we're going to take our liner piece that we chose, whatever you decide to use as your decorative piece, which should be 7.5 by 6. And we're going to just put that down just like that. And we're going to try our best to get it as straight as we can. Okay. And we're just going to secure that one down. Now I do recommend to use a heavier cardstock paper for your outer piece, which is my brown, solid brown piece, because that's your cover. But then when it comes to your inside liner piece, use a lighter weight paper, maybe a digital print that you have. And this is just a DPS decorative series paper that I have from a 12 by 12 notepad, because if you use thick paper for your book cover, as folio cover should I say, and then a thicker piece as your liner piece, you might run into some bulging, or how would you say, creases, and a problem where it comes to folding it and closing it because it's just kind of thick and bulky. So choose your papers wisely and go with a thinner piece for your inside liner. Okay, now we've got that down. I'm just going to give it a good press all the way around. That's very pretty. Okay. Got some glue there. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and we have to do some scoring, so we'll be able to fold it. And I'm going to bring my scoreboard in here for a second, so excuse me. Okay, now we said our project is 8 inches. As you can see, we're at the 8 inches here, so we're going to give it a score right down the middle at 4 inches. And I'm going to go slow because this is kind of thick with the chipboard in there. Okay, and I'm going to go back and forth a couple times. Okay, now what I'm going to do, because we're going to put a pocket on this side and a pocket and flips on this side, just to give it a little bit of extra room. Okay, we've scored at, we're going to do 3 score lines. We scored at 4. That's your center point. Okay, but we're going to do like of an accordion style fold in the middle. So then we're going to score again at 1/8 of an inch to the right. Oh, and my score line is turning on me. Let's see. I should have did this before. Sometimes it wants to move on you. So, okay, there we go. So 1/8 of an inch to the right, and 1/8 of an inch to the left. And just kind of move slowly because my line wants to kind of shift on me there. Okay, there we go. And that's just going to give us a little bit of a extra room for our product. So then I'm just going to come in here, match those lines up with my ruler, and I'm just going to kind of help it along with the fold. And just move slowly and gently because my glue hasn't dried yet. So I'm going to go to the next line, and I'm going to help it with that fold a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to go to the 3rd score mark and do the same. Kind of just help it along a little bit. There we go. It'd be a lot easier if you give it a good 20 minutes for the glue to set properly, but we don't have time for that. Okay, so as you can see, it kind of gives you a little bit more of a rounder binding there, just for bulk. Okay, just for you to put your product in there, that's all. And just give it a little fold, a little press with your fingers. You don't need to do a real sharp crease with your bone folder because you want that little bit of a 1/8 of an inch space in there for your ephemera to fit in. Okay, so there we go. There's our booklet. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to do, oh, I do want to mention all I used was 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. And this is all I have left when we get the product done. And believe me, I like using up all your product. I don't like a lot of scraps if I can help it. And this is all I have left out of my 12 by 12 piece of brown and my 12 by 12 piece of the designer series paper. So not much waste. Okay, so now we're going to take our pocket flips, the ones that we cut out to 3 1/4, 3 1/8 by 3 1/2. And they're going to go staggered right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we're going to do with those is we're going to give it a quick, oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm trying to rush, I'm sorry. We're going to give it a quick fold at the top of each flip. Okay, so depending on how you're, if it has a directional design, you want to make sure you score it at the right area, which mine does. And I'm just going to give it a fold at 1/4 of an inch. We're just going to give it a little 1/4 of an inch lip there to fold over. I do all 4 of those. And you can round the corners if you choose or not. I did round my corners on my first one, and I like that look, so I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on this one as well. Okay. Bring my corner chomper out here, and I'm just going to fold all these, round the corners all at one time. And I just flip them over, and I just always do the second chomp. There we go. Okay. So there's our little flips. So we're going to fold those, give those a good little crease. Okay, and then we need to measure our let's do our pockets, our other pockets first, so then we can see how much paper we have left. And I didn't even measure for those ones. I just used my scraps. I just used what I had left. But we have plenty here. So this one is, let's see, 4 inches in height by 4 by 3 1/8. Okay, so I'm going to bring my cutter in, and we're going to cut this down to 4 for height. Okay. And like I said, I didn't measure it, so all I did, well, let me cut this end off here. So 4 by 3. And then I just eyeballed it. Just like that. And then this one, I think, is what I used for the hidden one right here. Okay, I think that's what I did there. And I just did a cut down like that. Again, I just eyeballed it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put those down first. So we're going to secure that one right there. And that one right there. Now for this one, since I'm dealing with cardstock, I am going to use a little bit of a stronger glue. So I'm going to use my glossy accents and get that down. And just run a bead of glue along there. And we're gonna line that up along the edge and get that stuck down. Very nice, just like that. Okay, we're gonna do the same with this side. I better hurry. We're down to about 12 or 13 minutes here. Okay. There we go. And down we go. So there's our 2 slanted pockets. Now we can start working on our other pockets, which are going to be 3 1/2. Bring my cutter back up. 3 1/2 by, oh no, pockets are 3 1/8. That's not wide enough that way, so 3 1/8 by 1 1/4. Okay, so cut those down, 1 1/4. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find another piece for that because I'm out. Okay, so let's do our pockets. So these are gonna go down just like that, right on there, okay? And we'll have to round those corners again, but that's not a problem. And I have a gnat trying to bug me here. I don't know how it got in here. I hope I have some more brown paper because I need 2 more pockets, don't I? Okay, let me grab my glue book up. And we're going to line that up. Right there. And if you want to put little notches again, but they're just little mini pockets, so you don't really need that. Okay, there's one. I think depending on how you decorate this and use some pretty papers, it would make for a lovely gift. Lovely. Okay, line that right up. There's our second one. And that is just a sliver short. You know what, just for purposes of the video, I am gonna go ahead and cut this down to my size, which is the 1 1/4. And 1 1/4. Because I don't want to keep you guys while I'm searching all through my papers to try and find a paper that matches, okay? And of course, this is very adjustable. If you want it to be larger, you can make it larger. If you want it a little smaller, you can make it smaller. Totally up to you. I just thought this was a good size to fit some goodies and make a nice gift again, as I said, okay? But you can always go larger or a little smaller even if you wanted. Okay, now what I'm going to do on these, I'm going to line this up on the left. And I'm just going to trim off that little bit and make my pockets just 1/8 of an inch smaller than what I gave, the measurements I gave you, okay? Just so that they will all be the same. And all look the same. Okay. So there we go. Bring my cutter back in again. And I'm just gonna make those all the same. Line them up. Cut off that 1/8 of an inch right there. Okay, then I'm going to bring my chomper back in, and I'm going to round those corners. Trying to hurry here for you guys. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, then we get ready to go down, and see, then we put this one down. That's why I call that one a hidden pocket, because the flap covers it. And you want it to cover it because you want them to flip it up, and then they're surprised because there's even more goodies underneath. Okay, I'm just trimming that little excess off. Okay, so we're gonna start there. Okay, and we're gonna put it sideways so I can see, and we're gonna line up our edges here and here, and just make sure that pocket is covered. And we're gonna put down our first flap. So we're gonna run a little bead of glue right along there. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and put it down. Okay. And then what I did from there on out, is I went these pockets are 1 1/4, so I went to 1 1/8 and put down the next pocket. So I used my grid here. So 1 1/4 is right there. So I'm going to go to 1/8 because I want just a little bit of a flip over because I don't want them to see, you know, they want to be surprised with each flip. Okay, so then you're going to line that one up. And I think I got a little crooked cut here. Let me just, there we go. Okay, so go to 1 1/8, right about, if you guys can see, let me show you. There's your 1 1/4, so I'm trying to just line that up right in between about 1 and 1/8. And it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you know, you want to do it as best you can. And we're going to do the same. We're going to bead a glue. And put that one down. Give it a second. And there we go, see? So that's what we're looking at so far. Oh. Leave it to the camera. There we go. Okay, so there's our first flip. Second flip. Going on to our third flip. Again, 1/8 of an inch, or close as we can to it. Right about there. Oh, let me just trim that a little bit off because I didn't line my papers up perfectly. Seems like sometimes my guillotine cuts a little bit crooked. But I think it's me on how I put the papers in when I'm cutting, but I'm going to blame my guillotine. Okay, again, we're going to line that right up with the edge. And again, putting a bead of glue. And getting that one stuck down. Just like that. Okay, and then the fourth and final flip should line up, if I did my measurements correctly, right up to the top edge. Okay, right there. And should still get your little 1/8 of an inch hangover, and we do. Perfect. I like it when a plan comes together, guys. Especially when you're trying to do a video. You know if something can go wrong. It always does when you're filming. Okay, so again, fold that over, give it a second to catch, check the underside, give it a good press, and there is our construction for our mini ephemera folio gift holder. Isn't that nice? Now we can just go crazy and decorate it as we choose. And I have a few elements, which I'm kind of short on time. We may not get it completely done, but let me just show you what I've got here chosen. And this is all we have left, guys. Look at that. This is all we have left out of 2 12 by 12 pieces. Very minimal supplies, but you've got a great, lovely piece to give out as a gift, okay? Now what I did think I would do is I'm just going to grab right here. I thought I'd like this clip closure. If you wanted to, you can use some sari silk or a piece of ribbon, but I like that thought, and I thought I would just grab some thread here, and I grabbed a couple beads, just some neutral tones, and I thought I would just string those. There we go. Come on, get in there. Try this last one. It's a smaller hole here. Oi, there's always something that wants to give you a little problem. A little twist, see if that helps. There we go. Okay. And just tie this in a knot 2 or 3 times so the beads don't fall out. I think 3 times should be sufficient. Maybe 4. We'll go 1 more just for safety, good safety. And make sure they knot up right on top of one another. And yep, there we go. And if you wanted to, you could do another little knot. Well, that's going to take too much time. We'll go ahead and do that later. Then we just tie this to here, and you want it to dangle no longer than what the folio is. And you want to measure, probably put the clamp right about in half, in the middle half point. So right about there. And we're going to do the same, just tie a knot. And secure that down. If I can get my fingers to work properly. There we go. First one's always the hardest. There we go. Okay. Tie that in a knot. Cut off the excess. And I think that looks really cute for there. Okay. And then for this one, I had just a little cluster, paper cluster that I had made. And I have another one. I thought I would just throw that on the top as well. And I just put that right down just like that. And I have some of this scrap left over. I guess I could use a little piece of this scrap just to tie it in with what's used on the inside. And I'm just going to give it a rough tear. Ink it up just a bit. Take away that white from where I tore it. And you can put it down. Okay, we'll put that there and that there. Looks very nice, okay? Trying to hurry here. That down, and then on this one I'll use a little bit of a heavier glue, again using my glossy accents. And we're going to secure that down. Like so. And, oops, touch up wherever we need to. Wiping up the excess. Okay. Need a little piece right here. Oops. Alrighty. Maybe a little piece right here. All right. Get this out of the way. And there we go. And I might add a little something that does look kind of plain, but it's still cute. But I'll probably add a little something else right there. But that's our front cover. Very nice. Then when we open it up, decorate a little something there. Let me see what I have left out. Something that really ties in. I'm gonna have to look a little deeper. Okay, so then for on the insides of these, I just used rough tear a piece of book page, and I put down a pretty element. And you can use any element that you choose. Okay. I thought I would use this butterfly right here, and I thought I'd put it halfway on and halfway off. And also with that second wing, oops, let me pull up, with that second wing exposed like that, so to speak, that will help hold your larger pieces of ephemera as well. And I'm not going to worry about inking that up or anything. I'm just, oops, another piece stuck there. So I'm just going to go half. So I want it right down there, okay? So I'm just going to put glue on that part of it. And just to be safe, because sometimes we get a little glue oozing out, I'm going to put a piece of paper behind here for a moment till I get it positioned where I want it. And I want it right there. Give it a moment to catch. All right, very nice. Look at that. Okay. So there we go, guys. I'm gonna do the rest of the decorating off camera, but there you've got your mini folder, ephemera folder, gift folder, I guess you would call it. Right there. There's the measurements. Very cute, very nice. Great for a gift, great for a thinking of you, great for a thank you, you know, to your fellow crafters for anything. Throw a few little pieces in there. Decorate that part. There's your pocket there. Decorate there. Put your goodies in there. And decorate there. And then when they flip up the last one, again, got a nice little mini hidden pocket right there. Very, very stylish, very nice, and the recipient would love it. Okay, so I hope you give it a try. Hope you enjoy making it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you make one. I would love some feedback, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much. Until later. Bye-bye.